Hello everyone, let's talk today about what makes a direct mail piece truly a success. There's actually 10 must-have factors in order for any flyer to be successful. Let's look at them one by one and try to improve the look as well as the offer of your flyer. When you get a postcard in the mail, you need a clear, bold headline that immediately communicates what the product or service is or what problem it solves for the potential customer. If you're being too clever with your headline, you're simply going to lose your potential customer's interest. They might not get the joke at first, and you're simply going to confuse them. Try to be clear and specific. Your title should clearly describe what problem you're going to be able to solve for them or what type of service specifically you provide. The graphic is very important as well. Again, don't get too clever. You want the graphic to back up the headline. You want it to support that headline. Just taking a look at what we're showing you here, you can see that this headline fully supports the graphic and vice versa. The next thing that's really important is that you want to have color that pops on your promotional piece. Because people are bombarded with so much communication and so much marketing, that you want to make sure that if somebody's getting something in the mail from you, that it's worth looking at. So there needs to be some good color and good contrast. Number 4, so you're reading the front of the postcard, you're reading the headline. That headline and graphics should get you to turn over that postcard. If it doesn't, then it has not done its job. When you turn it over, you have to have another headline, a subheadline that leads into more copy that you want the person to read. You want to continue the communication that the front of the postcard started with another headline on the back that continues that particular communication. It's the subhead that leads into the copy, but be careful, you don't want to have too much copy. You simply want them to take the next step, and that step is the call to action, and we'll get to that in a second. Instead of a lot of body copy, that's the verbiage, the text. So instead of a lot of copy, you'd like to have bullet points on this postcard that are benefits to the recipient and not just good things about what a great company you are. Another thing that I could tell you is please try to avoid using phrases such as "we have the best pricing" or "we have the best customer service." Even though it might be true about your company, all the businesses out there are using such phrases, and often they don't come off sounding genuine. Anytime you can provide provable numbers, that will be great. So if you can say something along the lines, "we have served over 500 customers," that is great, that is believable. You can put that on your flyer. If you haven't served that many customers, that's not a problem. Every business starts somewhere. However, if you have served a lot of customers or you have been in business for many years, you should definitely put that on your flyer. It will help build credibility around your business and you will build better rapport with your potential customer. A photo of yourself is always great, especially if you're the main closer or you have a small business and you have just a handful of staff. People always like to know who they're going to be doing business with or who they're going to be calling. You often see this happen with realtors, mortgage brokers, or financial advisors. They always like to use their photo. That's because they're trying to become more real to you, and they're trying to separate themselves from the pack. But for us as potential customers, this works great because we're always willing to do business with people that are willing to put their face on their marketing material. The benefits and the offer, of course, are very important. As I mentioned earlier, it is vital that you're giving them a reason to take the next step. What is that offer going to be? What are you going to give them to warrant them giving you their contact information in exchange? Nobody wants to fill out a web form, and unfortunately people won't sign up for a newsletter even if it says "sign up here." People are so used to getting something in return that you need to give them a good reason. So what can you give them? If I was hiring a service provider or a contractor for the first time, I would like to know 10 things to ask before I make my decision and what those answers should be and shouldn't be. That report, if written correctly and not like a sales pitch, will get people to download it. Now you know they're looking. Now you have a viable lead that you can slowly warm up into a real customer. Another thing to remember, of course, is your company name and logo. Remember, you are building a brand for your business, and the image of your company name and logo needs to be consistently seen by your potential customer. You definitely want to have a very big call to action. If you want somebody to call you on the phone, say, call today. If you want somebody to go to your website, tell them, please visit our website. You want to tell them exactly what to do. Funnily enough, we like to be told what to do and when to do it. Customers don't want to figure this stuff out. We don't want to look at your promo piece and figure out what we're supposed to be doing. So the more control you have in that piece to tell the recipient what you want them to do, the better response you're going to get. Contact information. Again, very important that you don't make it so tiny that people have to search on your postcard or on your flyer to find that contact information. Just make it big, bold, and in your face. You need a return address that is not a PO box or a suite number. It could be a suite number because people don't really know if that's a physical address or not, but people like a physical address. It's just that a PO box makes you go, oh, do you work out of your house? That tiny nuance can garner more trust and credibility for your business. If you follow those 10 simple steps, you will instantly notice how much more successful your direct mailing campaign has become. Please contact Print Promo today. We will be happy to give you more advice and tips on how you can get the most return on your dollars with your next flyering campaign.